Welcome to today's intention. Today we're going to talk about the perfect lesson. All the coaches want the perfect lesson. And what is about this? It's because all the coaches want the perfect technique, totally control of the lesson, the security that the player has to put the ball in. And this is what the coach normally do. He always try to do that. The question is that if you do the perfect lesson, like this, control, perfect technique, this kind of lessons is going to help you to make the game? No. So why we try to always to achieve the perfect lesson? Because first of all, the game is not perfect. When you play a point, it's always a mess. A mess that you can deal with that. So when you try to, in a mess, to control, then you lose the opportunity to play. When you try in a mess to try to do a perfect technique, you lose the opportunity to play. So it means that we have to teach the student to play a tennis, not to do a good technique, a control of the ball. And how can we do that? Well, it's easier. The only thing that you have to give all the tools to the players to play. But that thing is never going to happen if you want the totally control of the lesson, if you want that the security of the player put the ball in every time inside, or looking for a perfect technique. Because we always see a lot of players that are perfect technically, but they don't know how to play. Why? Because they never play. They just try to do something and something outside that they believe that this is the way to play. No. The way to play is something that you have inside, that you share outside, and then the game starts. So I mean, the perfect lesson doesn't help you to play a better tennis, because it's not something that you need to play tennis. It's you that you are to play tennis. So the thing that we have to development is the person, not the technique. How to develop the person? By the intention. Because when you give you to the student an intention, you have to hit this, you have to hit the ball here, and then all the balls is going to be there, so he always is going to pay attention to that. And intention, attention, and action is the game. But the problem, we just want as a coaches to get control everything, because otherwise we are not doing our job. No, we are not doing our job. We are skipping the person, the player, to play the game. We are taking apart to play the game because we don't believe in him. We don't believe in what the people can do, what the student can do. This is the problem. We believe in the technique. We believe in the control and the security. This is what we believe. But the only thing that we have to develop is the player, is the person. And for that, you have to believe in that. And for that, you have to leave the player alone. Leave that the player get the experience of playing. With a lot of mistakes, with a lot of uncontrol. But this is more close to the game. Not the perfect things, not the perfect technique, not the perfect lesson, the control. Because this is another thing. When the lesson goes out of control, the coach stop everything. Because they don't want to lose the control. Because when they lose the control, they get the experience. And when the player gets experience, now he's trying to do something by himself. That is new for everyone. But for the coach, doesn't like it. He gets scary because everything goes away of my hands. I can catch this. Like the game, you can catch it. You have to play it. You have to get the experience of playing. So playing is a mess. So let's practice for the mess. And what I call mess is when we get experience, because it's something that is happening in the moment. That you cannot touch, you cannot control. You are living in the moment that is happening. So the perfect lesson doesn't help to play the game. The only thing that helps to the player to play the game is to live the experience. But that happens without control, without security, and without the technique. You can develop the technique, but you can focus every time, everything on the technique. Because the technique is not the game. The game is a person who develops something, who experiences something. That is the game. So remember the perfect lesson. When you try to find the perfect lesson with a good technique, without totally control and a lot of security, you are losing your time and also losing the time of the player. Because the player needs not control, not security, not technique. The player needs experience that you cannot control. And the coach has to let it go in that position. They has to let it go that the player goes wherever he wants to go. This is freedom. This is game. So if you want to play, you have to leave the player, get the experience to play. And this always pass without control, without security. So remember, the perfect lesson is not helping the player. The only thing that helps the player is when the player gets experience to play. And that thing is just possible without control, without security, and without any technique. So I hope you like this video, and we'll see you soon.